friends, hope you are doing well at home. Right, today we are going to the second part of the story Matchbox by Asha Devi. I hope you remember the first part. This is the name of the story is Matchbox. I hope you remember the first part. Don't you remember there was a washerman waiting outside? Namida was about to give him heap of dress of Ajit. She finds a letter and reads it, and it was 3 days ago, and she was angry with Ajit and her mother too, because she's been sending letter to asking money from son-in-law. Don't you remember all those things? Is it? So now Nomina is simply sitting and reading letter and thinking all dreams and other things. Okay, now come to the second part on the later part. By this day we will finish this story. I'll try to finish it very soon. Okay. So Namida was sitting there. Right then, Ajit steps into the room after finishing his leisurely Sunday bath. Namida's sharp indignation at the insult simmering all this while seems to want to dash itself violently against him. Namida roars out, "When did this letter arrive?" Ajit glances at her obliquely, estimating the magnitude of his error. Obliquely means indirectly. Anger, indignation, great anger, simmering, still murmuring. So Namida was waiting outside, reading the letter. At that time, Ajit was stepping out from the bathroom after taking his leisurely bath. Leisurely bath means something that we take for a comfort or just for a fun or an enjoyment. Okay. So he was coming out. At that time, all the indignation and that was simmering when she was murmuring with the anger, and she was standing like this, panting. The moment she saw Ajit, she roared out, "When did this letter arrive? Tell me, when did this letter arrive?" Ajit, without feeling perplexed or wonder why this is acting so, he was looking obliquely. Obliquely means if my wife is becoming angry with me, I'll be looking at her. And obliquely, indirectly. And I was thinking, what wrong I have done, and what wrong was with me. And Ajit was also thinking what wrong he had done and what wrong was with him. Ajit was thinking so. That's why he was not looking at her. He was looking directly, counting the magnitude of his mistake. Okay. Listen. Another, so looking at the letter, when did this letter arrive? Listening to that question, what was the answer of Ajit? Another handful of cash for this. He had thought. So he had thought at that time, I have to give another handful of cash, and decided not to give the letter to Namida. He was going to tear it up and throw it away. He has made a big mistake. Not that Ajit is going to feel abashed about that. So he was thinking, what was the letter? Oh, there was a letter. So he got that letter really. He thought he has to give, or he had to give another handful of money, because that letter was full of complaints, misfortune upon misfortune. Another problem, ceiling of their roof was, rainwater was coming ceaseless, and it was all cracked there. Don't you remember all those complaints? So looking that complaint, Ajit understood that he had to send another handful of money. That's why he had decided not to give the letter to Nomida. But he think that was not the mistake he done, and that was not made him abashed. Abashed means ashamed. Okay, but there was another thing about that. As though trying hard to remember, he says even everything, he remember everything, he knows everything. Even though he was trying and acting like, pretending like not knowing anything, he said, "Letter? What letter? Oh, I remember. There was a letter from your mother. I didn't get time to give you. I'm very sorry." Like, not sorry. Anyway. "Oh yes, indeed, there was a letter from your mother. I just had hadn't got around. Hadn't got around means to get time to deal with something. So I just hadn't got around to give it to you, giving it to you. I just hadn't got around. I mean, you didn't give, I didn't get time to deal with that problem. So I got a letter. Really, you understand, Ajit remembers the letter, and it was the complaints of Namida's mother. That's why he thought he could not give money. That's why he kept it in the pocket. But now he pretend like yes, there was a letter from your mother. Oh, I just didn't get time. Okay, but all this answer would not make Namida happy, because she isn't that much bigger. She was that much angry at that time. Why hadn't you got around to get? Why hadn't you got around to it? Why? Tell me why. Answer me. Why hadn't you got around to it? Why could not give you? Why didn't you get time? You tell me that you didn't get time to give it to me. Why? Tell me why. All this time, not a day, every day. This is a deliberate attempt. Every time you are doing this, why did not you get time to give that letter? That was to me 3 days ago. Even you forgot to do it. Like that, she was becoming angry with Ajit. Okay. What a nuisance, Ajit says. I mean, listening to this answer, what a nuisance you are. His husband. I told you Ajit has two tricks. One thing is laughing. I forgot. Second thing, if that won't make him out of the water, out of the cold water, what he do? What he does? Tell me what he will do. So he will scold. That's why. What a nuisance you are. I had forgotten. Why else? I mean, she was asking the reason. Then Ajit was asking the. Nomina was asking the reason. Ajit told, I had forgotten. What else? I don't need more great reason to prove in a court. Okay, I need only one reason. I forgot. People forgot. Liar, you are a Namida, hisses like a snake. You are a liar, she was hissing. Why are you saying whatever comes to your mouth? Don't people forget? No, they don't. Why did you open my letter? This charge Ajit tries to scatter to the winds. What if I opened it, my own wife's letter? She told, you are a liar. Then Ajit told, why you come? Why you tell everything comes to your mouth? Don't people forget? Then Nomina, no, they don't forget. You are a liar. You are a liar. She was hissing like a snake. But this time, second question, why did you open my letter? That was her second question. Even if you forgot to give it me, why did you open my letter? Then that made him also angry. Then he asked her, what if I open the letter? It's my own wife's letter. What if I open also? What if I open my wife's letter? Be quiet. Be quiet. I'll tell you. For what reason should you open my letters? For what reason or what earthly object compel you to open my letter? I told you many times. See, haven't I told you 1,000 times not to do so? Haven't I told you 1,000 times not open my letter? Even after that, why did you open my letter? Ajit doesn't fear Namida's anger. He fears her. He doesn't fear her anger. So he smiles, an affected smile, and says, if you are forbidding it, then it's tough. It's something shouldn't make sure that no one passing you love letter in secret. So he was smiling and told, oh, if you're forbidding me for opening that, I should open your letter, because I want to make a confirmation that nobody is sending love letters to you secretly. Okay. Stop it! What a common vulgar man you are! After this, see, what a common vulgar man you are. Listening to that words, common vulgar man. After this, Ajit could not keep that already mad-made or that smiles. Ajit, that fake smile. He also became angry. See, no, he too picks up the poison knife. Means he also started quarreling now, because now Namida was being very angry, and she was telling that why you took my letter and opened it, and you are a vulgar man, everything. She was scolding him. Poison knife. He says, is that so? Those who whine a day and night and hold out their palms to their son-in-law, they are the high-class people. A dung picker's daughter becomes a queen, and so means then, oh, you tell I'm a vulgar man. You, those who whine means beg. day and night, and hold your palms to your son-in-law, give me money, asking like that. And you dung pickers, means those who are collecting the waste of cow, you people are high class, I am a low class man. Do you think so? Listening to that, shut up, Nomida yells. I should yell it. Don't think why sir got mad. Namida was yelling, so I'm acting Namida. Shut up there. Their rooms on the third floor, the room was on the third floor, that's a blessing. Otherwise, with that scream, everyone would have come and look. Their room was a third floor, I mean at the top floor, 3-storied house, massive house was it? Don't you remember that? Yeah. Okay, that was a 3-storied house. Otherwise, with that scream of shut up, everyone should come there to have a look. But it doesn't happen because it was on the top floor. Shut up, Ajit roars out. What shut up? I'll do what I want, what I please, what you will do. Can you do anything? I can't do anything. Almost panting, Namida pronounces each word clearly. You want to see if I can do anything? So Ajit also reacted. Shut up, you bloody mouth. Like, I will do what I please, what I want. What do you do to me? Ajit was also angry. And Namida was panting and telling, no, I can't do anything. But do you want to see what I can do? The moment she told and she was, and immediately she does something that is astonishing. She grabs Ajit's matchbox that's lying nearby the cigarette on the table and just she lights a matchstick and touches to her sari. After telling this, immediately she just grabbed the matchbox near the, where was it? Near his cigarettes on the table, and she was just hissing like, psh, just touches the corner of her sari. She was just setting fire for her sari. She was going to commit suicide because getting angry from all those moments, even after doing the mistake, even after committing the mistake, Ajit was making himself pure and he was purifying himself and he asking, I will do whatever I want. This is my home, like that. So she became angry and missing all the controls, she just took the matchstick and set the fire. Instantly it flares up, very fast it flares up, very fine angle of a wealthy wife sari. The very next instant, Ajit, have you gone mad? What are you doing? Are you just setting fire for your sari? What are you doing? Are you going mad? He says and jumps to her side and grabs the burning patch of slabs between his hands and puts on the fire. Put out the fire means he just grabbed her and took her sari and just clapped it in 2 hands and just put out the fire. And fearfully, Namida's face sees fire burning there bright, blazing red. He doesn't have the courage to put out that fire by slapping in between his hand. So he tries to pour water on it with a great difficulty. He attempts to speak normally, but he is also feared to put the fire with the water. He was just trying to pour the water. He was not able to do it with his hand. Then what happened? He was just trying to talk with Namida, very cool and very calm this time. And he says, see, you lose all common sense when you get angry. So how sweet that word. You lose all common sense when you get angry. Don't you? A woman and such an angry, off, like that. He was talking, off. It was such a romantic word he was using because now he could feel something bad from her part. Understand? Who knows what Namida would have said next? See, nobody knows what was her reply. But right then, her niece, one of the member in her family, Rini is also another character, but you don't have to mind her, she is only one here. Steps into the room. Immediately she says piercingly means with an intelligent mind or with a begging style. So Kurima is a Bengali name. How much longer does the washerman have to wait? Understand? Don't you remember that? A washerman was waiting for her to give her cloth And the moment she was to hand over the cloth, she found the letter. Then she was sitting, even she forgot to give the dress to washerman. She was sitting with all the seconds and was thinking all about it and made all this problem. Then she thought, oh, washerman was waiting. Then their niece, she came and asked Kurima, if you don't want to give the dress, let him go. If you don't want to give him any of a clothes, at least tell him that. For a second or two, Nomida is still perhaps recalling the washerman is waiting for her downstairs. Then she picks up the dirty clothes and starts sorting them. She was just sorting all the dress. She says in a calm, go tell him I'm coming. So she was thinking and she just recalled everything. Then she told the niece, you go and tell him I'm coming, I'm sorting the dress. Okay. And she was coming down at that time. Namida speaks her mind. No one attacks her outright. So now she was talking to herself. So if I also take revenge, nobody can attack me outright fully. Here you have to understand one point. Attacking is the best defense always. So whenever you are ready to bow in front of someone else and you subject yourself, people will cheat you, people will misuse your humbleness. Don't do that. If you need a place to react, there you have to react well. Otherwise people will take on your head and they will play. Understand, they will cheat you also. Here you can understand from the history of Namida, she was very cool and was not reacting to anything. That's why Ajit and other was cheating her. Okay. Namida, Namida speaks her mind, so no one attacks her outright. To her face, they only pinch her with sharp words. Her second sister-in-law, in almost exhausted with work this morning, and seeing her, she puts a twisted smile on her sweat-struck face and says, well, that's something at least you finally decided to come down from upstairs, Baba. Means, second sister-in-law was there. They were busy with the work of morning. This is Sunday morning. Don't you remember this was Sunday morning? There would be umpteen number of works. But this Namida was upstairs. Nobody, she didn't come down for any work. So looking to her, look at that word, sweat-struck. It means filled with sweat. That looking that face, this sister-in-law just smiled and told, oh, at least you come down now. Always you are there upstairs, Baba. There is no good or bad time for you. You find the smallest excuse to go into your room and get cozy with your husband. That's the love talk never get on. She was just laughing at and she was just saying, you are always going upstairs and whenever you get a simple time, you will go to your husband and will be cozy with him. Cozy with him, relaxation talk like romantic talk. You will be always cozy with him. And she was asking, oh, there is no good or bad time in between you. All time you are being cozy. What a romantic couple you are. Like that they were talking. Okay. And she asked, oh, this love talk never end because how many days after getting married, even now you are talking romantically? That was her question. Namida looks around once. To get the sense of the atmosphere. She is the hurly-burly. Hurly-burly means the busy. Hurly-burly of the morning. She is the forest of the people on either side. Her voice must not tremble. So she was just looking all around to get the atmosphere. Oh, this is Sunday morning. People are in the hurly-burly. Oh, I just lose my control. And she feel one thing also. She shouldn't make her voice tremble because when she tremble, what happened? People understand there had been some problems in between them, is it? A small smile and says in extremely soft voice, oh, it's nothing like that. You should come and peek in some. Peek means look. Okay, our talk is all angry talk. Do you know that? Major wife laughs and says, stop it now, wife. Don't cover up the forbidden fish with your pious spinach. Means, then Kurima, this lady, Namida told, no, this was not romantic talk. You just have to come and look at least. All time we made angry talk with, oh, don't try to cover it up. Look at this word. This is an idiom. Don't cover up the forbidden fish with your pious spinach. Means don't try to cover the truth. Don't try to cover up the truth with a delight thing. It will come out. Okay, with a small thing, don't try to cover anything, that will come out the truth. Okay, we haven't been raised in donkey grass, and that lady told, we are also eating food. Okay, you are in romantic talk, we know that. Why do we need to peek in what you are showing? You are right in front of our eyes 24 hours a day. So don't tell lies. You were cozy with your husband, because we see that 24 hours in between us. Here you have to understand one more thing. In front of others, almost every husband and wife, every couples, they do what? They will be romantic, they will be happy, they will be acting like happy. But inside the room, inside their own private areas, what they do, we have no idea about it. So don't judge a book by its cover. Understand? So you should be happy. Every couple should be happy. Feel happy when you have private time. Don't be happy for showing others. Okay, that's a great point from this. Coming to the next part, Namida loves a laugh that can bring an attractive flush to her white face. Even if I make the laugh, it won't make a flush out. I'm not much. Okay. After laughing that laugh, she says, go on, you say the naughtiest things. The busy Boro wife runs up. Have you chopped the vegetable yet? Or are you just telling stories? And suddenly she stops and starts. See, another wife coming, another member from the family comes. And at that time she was just laughing and just tell, and she just told, you just go, you are talking the naughtiest things. Okay. And she left. Then somebody came and asked, why don't you cut the vegetables? Because you have to understand the hurly burly of the morning. Why don't you cut the vegetable? You are standing here and telling story. Then they went. What's that? What's this unlucky thing? So looking at that time, look, what's that? What this unlucky thing? No, wife? How did you burn your ankle that way? Nomida's 2 stars, but only for a moment. The next instant, she folds her ankle back quickly and says, laughing, oh, don't remind me. It's exactly what you keep warning me about. I didn't listen. And see what happened. I used my ankle to lift a hot pot of water, so it's out of the stove, and that did it. Understand what happens here? Even they were talking and asking about vegetable cutting. Suddenly another wife just found the corner of the ankle or the sari was burned and it was fired. What happened to your sari? Then Namida thought, oh really, that was happened. Then she suddenly catch her ankle and and she tells a lie. Oh, you always warn me, don't pick up the hot pot from the oven with my dress. But this time also I used it to pick the hot pot out of the oven with my sari. That's why, with my ankle, that's why it happened. I don't repeat it again. She simply lied about it. Okay. Namida pulls the basket of potatoes towards herself and sits down to peel potatoes, and in her mind she keeps thinking about how she might be able to secretly send her mother a few rupees. She can really write to her, I can't do anymore, don't hope for anything for me. Over there, the entire village knows Namida is queen. Namida's husband is high-minded, large-hearted. Putting a potato box, she was thinking. See, in the beginning, she had decided not to send even a single penny to her mother and tell her. She had decided to tell her, don't send me even letters also. Don't you remember that? Now she was thinking, look here, the sympathy of a girl, sympathy of a daughter. She was thinking, how I can send some money for my mother. She is a poor, indignant lady. What I have to, indigent lady, what I can give her. Okay, she was thinking so. And even in her village, in Nomida's village, Nomida's original village, all people believe that Nomina is a queen because she was married to a wealthy family, and her husband Ajit is high-minded, large-hearted, a big person. Okay, this precisely why I compare women to matchboxes. Even when they have the materials within themselves to set many raging fires, they never flare up and burn away the mask of men's high-mindedness, their large-heartedness. They don't burn away their own colorful shells. They won't burn them. The men know it's true. Understand? This is why in the beginning of the story, Ashapurna Devi was talking, I compare women to matchboxes. I would like to compare them to matchboxes because why? Even they have enough gunpowder to set 100 lengas or 1000 lengas to make all these troubles, she keep it. Understand, here she knows about Ajit very well, even though she was keeping the mask, that wheel in front of others. In her village, Ajit is known for his large-heartedness, high-mindedness, for his charity, for his giving money to her mother and family, supporting family. But in real life, he is not such a great personality. But always this wife keeping that mask, that wheel, without unveiling, without revealing to others. That's why they leave them scattered so carelessly in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom, there, here, there, anywhere, quite without fear. They put them in their pockets. Understand? Even though, understand, that last word is highly important, highly poetic, right? When we remember that, with this quality, we keep matchbox everywhere, bedroom, kitchen, everywhere, like that. Girls or the women in our society also, we are keeping them in the pantry, in the showroom, here, there, everywhere, with an unimportant place. Even if matchstick or the matchboxes are capable of setting fire, we keep them in the pocket also, because we don't fear it. Like that, we never fear any reaction from the part of women. That's why we also, that's why we also don't fear them, and we also don't compare them. So react at the time of reaction. I don't tell that don't respect your husband, don't respect your family, but at a point when somebody is taking over your head, you have to react. That is a lesson from this chapter. So let's go through the glossary of the chapter. Okay, obliquely, I told Ajit was looking obliquely, means indirectly. Indigent means very poor woman. Forbid, block. So she was to forbid her mother from writing letter. Dignity, state of being well, I mean my dignity, my respect. Leisure, free time, leisurely bath of Sunday bath. Abashed, this was not Ajit was abashed about. Make someone feel embarrassed. Get around it, get time to deal with this. I hope I remember all this. I've told all this, but that's why I'm going very fast. Don't forget. Okay, pious pinac means wheel to hide the truth. Nuisance, disturbance. Whine, long high-pitched complaining cry, like oh. Okay, whine. Dumping, someone who picks the cow waste. Pant means quicking breath, panting. Piercing, showing keen intelligence. So that Renee came asking piercingly. Outright, completely. Cozy, giving a feeling of comfort. Hurly-burly means busy. All these words are important. Okay, glossary. So here we are going to discuss some writing skill that you have to acquire from the chapter. When you study a chapter when you study a short story or something else, in your activity book, you can see all these 4 things. Okay, I have just noted only 4. First one is review. You must be able to write the review of a story. Review means you just give you are just introducing the book, introducing the author, all over the theme. 1 or 2 paragraphs is enough. Don't make a big review. Okay. And the second thing, blurb. Have you heard about blurb writing? Blurb means, understand, in just introduction about a book. For example, in the back side of a book, you can understand, you can see a book, like in the back side. Take any novel or any poetry or any other book, just read the back side of the book. You can see that a blurb just introducing about that book. And panel discussion and character sketch. Character sketch you already know. So Namida's and Ajit's character sketch, don't forget to collect that, study that well. Panel discussion is like a seminar or a debate discussing some coming. There will be 5 or 6 panel members. Your textbook activity side, it's mentioned very clearly. Don't forget to go through that. Don't forget to read that. Understand how to conduct a panel discussion. So there will be a welcome orator, a main, 1 panelist, 1, 2, 3. So first we take a topic, then we assign a person to inaugurate the panel discussion, and we just select a moderator. There will be 5 or 6 panelist members. They will be discussing one topic. For example, you are discussing the topic how to prevent COVID-19. So many doctors or other members will be coming, and they will be talking their own part. Okay, maybe for examination you will be asked to conduct a panel discussion, maybe you will be asked to write the report of panel discussion. So you have to imagine like a panel discussion on a separate topic, okay, and do it. Your activity book makes it very clear. For any more doubt you can contact me. Okay, so this is about the second part and the final part of the Matchbox. If you can, you watch the first part also, read, at least read the textbook from the starting to the end, then you will understand the story well, and go through the activity book, do the assignments well, write the exam very well. All the best. Thank you.